What is going on, one and all? Welcome to WHM Mailbag this September the 22nd in the year of our Lord 2021. My name is Andrew Jupin, and I'm alongside three guys who can also, like me, surprisingly, read and write. So let's see. We have Eric Siska.
Hey, yes, I sort of read and write.
You can sort of read and write.
Yeah.
Well, we're reading letters tonight. How are you doing, by the way?
Oh, how am I doing?
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, under fire like usual.
All right, let's see who else we got here in the grab bag. We got our good buddy, Mr. Christopher Cabin.
Oh, hi there. I gave up on writing. I abandoned it, but I'll read tonight. I promise.
That's fine. That's fine. What's going on? What are you doing? You look a little mysterious here with this lighting, huh?
I finally got like some direct lighting in this room rather than just like the red planet Mars I usually have going.
Uh-huh.
So this is my first attempt to lighten it up a little bit.
It's good. I'm just saying it looks good, but shadowy enough that if you were murdered on the air, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, Chris Cabby, you know what could really lighten up a room is your beautiful smile.
Look at that. All right, saving the best for last. You know him, you love him. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Steven Sadak.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, Chris has got a real paranormal activity vibe going. I like
right?
it. Yeah.
I'm hoping for ghosts. Shadow ghosts are the best.
I'm hoping for ghosts.
Paranormal activity, or is it like sometimes it's like Paranormal Activity 6, we're just fucking, because that's what happens at night.
How many of those movies they started going into ghost dimensions? I think it's literally called the ghost dimension.
Wow,
something like that. Yeah, something to that effect. Yeah, there's a bunch of stupid names. There's two at least.
Always thought those movies might be something, maybe commentaries.
I think the first one is okay if I remember correctly. One thing I just want to get out of the way here. Let's not have any spoilers in the chat here about Malignant. We're all going Malignant crazy, it seems.
Yeah.
Display names, but
right.
Eric hasn't seen it. I'm going to wager quite a few people have not either.
So yeah, no, I wasn't planning on talking about it. Here, Steve. Maybe this will call off the dogs as people file in.
Oh, wow. No, I just want to let everybody know.
Sure.
The chat. I know you, Andrew. I know you wouldn't do it. What are you watching in the background out of curiosity?
I think that's Chud.
Oh,
isn't it?
The Eagle's Eye, Mr. Eric Siska. Now, Eric, right. Why on earth would I be just watching Chud right now?
Well, that's very interesting because coincidentally, December 9th at the Bell House in Brooklyn, New York. Beautiful Brooklyn, New York.
Love it.
The 10-year anniversary show, 1 year late. The title was TBD for a while, but now we're going to do a full live podcast on Chud. Douglas Cheek style.
Absolutely.
Cheeking it up. We'll be cheeking off. We'll be getting cheeky. There it is.
The smelliest New York City movie that ever was made. Just sweaty and stanky, and I can't wait to get back to it.
I want everybody. I'm just excited that everybody's going to go watch it now. All these folks that are going to watch it.
Oh yeah,
I know. To find the film, if you can, if you're into physical media, Arrow put out that cool Blu-ray. That is what this is. That has the two different cuts on it.
Oh,
one's
nice.
like sort of, I think it's like kind of a little more graphic.
Yeah, Daniel Stern diehards should really get into this. They should put also what John Hurd.
Absolutely.
John Hurd, yeah, diehards of both those actors, who I know are plentiful.
Oh yeah,
you should be throwing yourself at this. Yes, herders.
People are herders. They're the herders.
Herders and Sterners. Herders and Sterners, and they're very, they do cons together.
And I'm being just handed this piece of paper. Wow, VIP tickets are already sold out for that show.
Whoa,
it's a bummer.
Huh.
I mean, it's cool that it happened, but it's a bummer if you didn't snag them.
But snag those ticks before they're gone.
This cut-off T-shirt that John Hurd is wearing at the beginning of this movie.
It's not good. It's not good.
You can smell those pits from here. Ooh, even here, I got them.
Stern's got some pit stains in this movie. Way worse, though. I can't wait for it.
What's everybody drinking tonight, out of curiosity?
Just some little tasty red blend. Very drinkable. Oh, look at this.
Water.
Yeah. Angelica. Our good friend Angelica Jade Bastien's coming to see us in Chicago. I like that.
Or unless someone's impersonating her on the internet.
Oh, fuck. That
She's being
terrifying.
impersonated on the internet. I've been impersonated on the Lifetime. I've been impersonated on the internet. That's a good movie.
Are you sure that isn't real?
I am drinking. How does this work? A haunted house drink. How about that?
Whoa!
Allagash. Yeah, spooky.
Spooky.
Is it green? Is it like full of slime or cum?
No, that's
only
what's his
drink-
name? Gobbler? What's that new one? Oh,
Gobbler?
Muncher.
Oh,
Muncher.
It's still
Muncher.
Gobbler is
Muncher.
not great.
Gobbler's not great.
Muncher excrement in a can.
I'm
Food is
drinking a methamphetamine. No.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Wait, Steve, what's the review of that Slimer piss?
It's like a dark hoppy ale kind of a situation.
It's still a little too warm for that. No, it was like 80 degrees today.
I'm pretending it's a fall, baby. I got.
I can tell with that shirt.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe you're across the river, dude. Maybe it's a little chillier over there.
It's not. Just I'm faking it till I make it, baby.
So I got this beer. I did not, it's a very experimental. Like, I want to see what your visceral reaction is to. Is it going to focus? Is it going to focus?
Yeah, out
Out
back.
and
back.
With orange and electrolytes.
Oh wow!
Wow,
with
so you're
electrolytes.
hydrating and getting fucked up.
Yeah, that's the Hudson Valley Brewery in Beacon, New York.
Are you going for a run after this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nope. Did it again. Here we go.
It keeps me hydrated when I'm jogging at night.
Yeah, I should start doing that. I should be running around outside at night.
Drunk jogging is the best in new fucking fashion.
It keeps me hydrated when I shouldn't be getting behind the
Yeah.
wheel.
That way no one can see me when I throw up.
Fitness while shit-faced.
Hey, look at this, by the way. Hang on. We fucking posited the existence of these people. The Muldooners, like the Dunehead lifestyle. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Person's
I
coming
love
to see some
that.
Cleveland, Detroit, and Charlotte. Look at
That's
that.
crazy. That's
Hit
awesome.
the road. Hit the road.
Heads. Yeah, I think we were kicking back some options of what to call fans. I think hate heads or a hate
That's not
group
great.
was suggested.
No, that's not. That was suggested and firmly rejected.
Okay, I'm just trying to get.
The people were trying for the hate group, and I also don't think
No,
that's
no,
good.
no. Not fantastic.
No,
Yeah.
not good.
Not good. But you know what's good is these letters.
These letters. Let's get into
I'm
it. Eric,
excited.
do you want to start with this one?
Well,
Or Steve, did you want to take it?
Which is the one that I should take it, Chris?
Yeah, take the first one.
You're the mail master. Okay. My father.
Mailmaster.
I like it. I like that.
Mail master.
Open my package. You're the mail master. I got a package for you.
Hey, it's me, the Mailmaster.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm the mail master. It's going to be $50 an hour. You know what I mean? No, all right. So
200
My
to
father-
sleep over.
my
You sold
father,
for a stamp.
my father,
right.
the cheapskate, and I'm not just saying that about my own father,
No.
even though he didn't have a ton of cash. Dear WHM gang, I was FaceTiming with my family earlier this week. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Ooh,
Rough.
I'm there.
I've still never done it. I've never
it's-
FaceTime ever.
Lucky boy.
Oh, well, you know what's funny is like during COVID, I asked my parents, folks. I said, "You want to it's like Thanksgiving? Do you want to FaceTime?" And they said no.
Wow.
They rejected.
How about that?
Yeah,
I like the idea of yeah, we're good. No, we're fine.
that's exactly what they said.
Visited my family earlier this week, and I was reminded of a stunt my dad used to pull at the movie theater when I was younger. For some background, I have two older brothers, and one a year older, my middle brother, and the other 4 years older. It is also worth mentioning
brother.
hello, middle brother.
Why, it's my middle brother.
My middle brother and me.
It is also worth mentioning that growing up, my dad was quite frugal. According to him, he hated paying for movie tickets. That's sad. One for him and one for my older brother, who would have been 8 or 9 at the time. While the four of us were approaching the stand where the theater employee takes the ticket stub, my dad would instruct my middle brother and I to sprint as fast as we could past the
Did
theater
you just
employee.
did you just skip a whole time?
You did. You skipped.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm sorry.
You jumped to the next paragraph.
Apologies. For some background, I have two older brothers, 1 year older, my middle brother, and the other one 4 years older than me. It's also worth mentioning my dad was quite frugal. According to him, he hated. Am I wrong?
He hated paying for our movie tickets because my brother. Do you not have this part?
Because my brothers and I would either not pay attention to the movie,
There we
or
go.
we would fall asleep. I see. I missed that part, which he thought was a waste of money.
Yes,
He
of course
so
it is,
much-
because you shouldn't fucking take kids to the movies.
Yeah.
When are we gonna learn?
I just think of this guy like in the Rescuers Down Under looking over at this kid and they're sleeping and be like, wake up!
He's fucking throwing soda. He's like flicking soda at him. Wake the fuck up!
Hey, you're missing it.
You're the one who wanted to see this.
They're riding
Rescuers down there.
They're riding on a bird now. It's exciting.
The fuck does a mouse get to Australia?
You're missing the bird.
Adventurous. It's adventurous.
Is that bird cracking
course
wiseacre
he
comments in that movie? Okay.
My
yeah.
question is, are those mice drunk? Because I think that they're like portrayed as sort of like saucy upper class.
They
mice.
drink wine at some point. I do think they
Nice.
drink
Oh, I like that.
like little tiny glasses of wine.
Ooh.
I
That's
don't,
adorable.
I don't think I ever saw it actually.
I
He
definitely
was
saw that in theaters.
he is so motivated that he devised a grift not to pay full price at our moving addicts.
Jesus.
The plan was quite simple. Welcome back to this part. The plan was quite simple. He would buy 2 tickets, one for him and one for my oldest brother, who would have been 8 or 9 at the time. When the 4 of us were approaching the stand where the theater taker takes your ticket stub, my dad would instruct my middle brother and I to sprint as fast as we could past the employee. My dad would then act panicked and quickly hand the employee 2 tickets and say something like, "Sorry, I have to go get them," and then chase after. This is pretty good.
Wow.
This is nice.
My brother and I would stop running, and when we got to the screening room that was showing our film, when our dad caught up to us, we would quickly just go inside while the ticket taker was tending to the other customers. It's important to mention that movies we were sneaking into were not all films made for children.
Here
Rather,
we
they were
go.
R-rated action movies that my dad wanted to see.
So he's bringing his kids to action movies they shouldn't be watching. Doesn't want to pay for all these tickets. This guy's a real piece of work.
I
Wake
like
up.
this guy.
Wake up! It's the
Inventive.
lesbian intimidation scene in Double Impact. Wake up! Wake up! Hey, you're missing it. Hey, she's pushing her against the file cabinet. It's awesome. Wake up!
Trust me, you're gonna love this when you're older.
I don't know. The critics say Bound is great. I have to see it for some reason.
Wait,
Listen,
actually,
honey, it might be nominated for an Academy Award. Gotta culture these children.
that's one he could let the kids sleep through because Daddy is getting up to something in that theater.
So blah, blah blah blah. Yeah, and then it is important to mention these are R-rated movies. One example of a screening of 2003's Cradle to the Grave, starring DMX and Jet Li. We attended when I was 6 years old. In hindsight,
By the way,
I mu-
6 years old in 2003. I'll be jumping out the window immediately after this broadcast.
Yeah, that's how old I was too.
in hindsight, I must give my dad credit. This plan worked perfectly. He did this multiple times and never once got caught in my eyes. He is the Tarkovsky of tightwads. Thanks for reading my letter. Do you guys have any memories of sneaking into the theater? P.S. goes without saying, but yes, my parents are divorced. Thank you, Anthony, in Ontario, Canada. And I could smell that a mile away.
Oh, that's fucking funny. I love a good button on the end of an email we get. That's great.
I too had a divorced dad who was very. I mean, I think this is what you do when you get like kind of split custody. You get for the day. The movies is the best thing to do, right? It's just like it's an activity.
Yeah,
It
it's
kind
like
of
a babysitter type of thing.
Once we get in
Exactly.
there, I don't really have to talk to him that much.
Exactly.
Which is
I-
awesome.
Christ, I can't remember what the first feature was at this. My dad, we wouldn't. He would pay for all of us to go to the theater, but he was a huge theater hopper guy. Loved the theater
Oh,
hop way back in the
really?
day.
Nice.
So he would take us theater hopping, and
He's like a
God damn, I
Cossack in the saddle, huh?
and the first movie I don't remember, it was a family friendly film. The second movie was the Chris Christopherson eerie thriller Millennium. Anybody?
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Which is a really kind of a forgotten movie, right?
Yeah.
It's something
Yeah, yeah.
something about like what
Airplane goes
happens-
into a different dimension or something like that.
Yes. And
Oh,
it's like-
wait a second. Yeah, I have not seen it, but that was a box cover I remember.
The trailer was all over Weekend at Bernie's when you rented it. It was like the first one.
Maybe we saw Bernie's and then we did so, but the thing was, I remember being fucking terrified because I was like 6 years old, and I mean it's not like a scary movie. It was scary enough for me
No.
because I was
Of
a little
course.
coward. And like because it's all this like eerie woman being like walk towards the light, and that is burned into my brain. But what I
Terrible
did
movie.
was, me and my sister, who's about similar age to me, I'm not going to go through middle brothers and middle sisters and bore everybody. Sorry,
Ooh,
Anthony.
You
Middle
want to talk about
brother.
the mids, dude? We
The
got.
mid.
They're talking about the mids right
Mid
here.
bros.
I turned around and I watched the projector the entire film. That's how I experienced Millennium.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? That's funny.
It's kind of crazy you didn't like become a creepy projectionist like me. You
Did your
fell
dad
in
like
love
it?
with the flicker.
Just got
It was
hypnotized
kind of
by
cool.
it.
It was a nice entrancing thing, and like, however scary it was behind me, it wasn't scary in front of me. That's for sure.
But did your father like it?
I don't think so. I think it's a pretty boring movie. It's not exactly
Let's get
a
him on the
classic.
phone.
We see my parents were smart because there were 3 of us monsters, and so we more often than not did the drive-in. We did the theater stuff like a couple of times, but it was always a thing where like my parents, it was usually my mom, weren't like, you don't take all 3, like, so maybe 2 of us would go and 1 would stay
Yeah.
home. Did that a couple of times, but the drive-ins was definitely a hide under the blanket in the trunk kind of a
Oh.
situation and just pull right in.
That's a good one.
Did that a couple of times. I remember seeing like I think we saw Jurassic Park in the drive-in, Sergeant Bilko.
Oh, that's a scary one. I would
Yeah,
definitely
dude,
pull that
bone
blanket up.
chilling.
Yeah.
I know my dad, he was okay about paying money for the tickets, but he would, under no circumstances was he paying for concessions.
Oh,
It was never
Oh,
going to
yep.
happen. So every time he made sure my mom had a like Macy's handle bag at home, and he would
a handle bag.
and he would pre-pop a bag of Act 2 popcorn.
Wow,
And get
dude, that
3
popcorn was terrible. They couldn't even go to Newman's Own.
3 uncooled, unchilled cans of soda.
nice.
And like maybe like an apple or like M&Ms if he had a little packet of M&Ms or something like that.
If he was feeling generous.
And he would always just pretend like we had been shopping beforehand. And just,
Wow,
like,
did he
would
put a
not do
sweater
it.
on top of it?
No. They never
I mean,
searched it. But remember back then they never searched
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks
That's
a lot,
back when you had-
9/11.
Back when you had freedom, I would say, here's the thing about sneaking food in the theater. My dad would do that too. I grew up to do that as well. If you're not going to pay for the popcorn, you're not allowed to have it at the theater. It's a candy situation then. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're not bringing
Yep.
in
Yep.
popped corn into the, you're not
You-
smuggling in popcorn.
And we would find that at the multiplex cleaning theaters all the time. All the
You've-
fucking time.
You've
That's crazy.
foregone the right to have popcorn at the theater.
could-
and it
I
is
could
expensive. It is
understand.
a rip.
Like one of those little bags that they have now, right? You get
Oh,
a little
yes.
bag, maybe, but like pre-popping corn.
like a snack bag of popcorn
Yeah,
like this.
exactly.
Like
could
a
see
smart
doing
food
that.
type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you would find like fucking Ziploc bags and like the sandwich bag size, which meant they were fucking giving them out to kids. My God.
People were pre-melting butter and putting
Yeah.
the butter on the
Wait, so they
homemade
bring,
butter
like, a bag of butter and a bag of corn come to the theater.
and then drizzle
he
it all
do
over.
Why does he get a hot plate and start popping it right there in the theater? Let's just do it.
That might make more noise, Steve.
I also would love to like, I don't care about people sneaking food in. It's not, again, it's expensive. I get it.
Just no hot food, please.
No chips. Chips you should
Oh.
be shot in the head because
Yeah.
you are rustling with that bag. I saw Invisible Man. Some dude had a big bag of kettle cook fucking nightmares and was
No
just
way.
crunching it. He did the thing at the end where he was like,
Oh
He
man, he's
opened it
drinking
up.
the dust.
yeah, drinking the dust. A huge fucking. He made a meal out of that thing.
That's disgusting. That's absolutely fucking infuriating.
The McDonald's is also a problem because it just
Mm.
permeates. It
Yep.
fills the whole room.
No,
Yeah,
that's no,
of course.
absolutely no hot food. No hot
Now,
food.
Yeah.
we're at McDonald's. Now everyone's at McDonald's.
Yep.
Thanks for
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
I didn't agree to this.
If I wanted a theater to smell that way, I would go to the Alamo Draft House,
Ugh.
which I do like, but yeah, it's
I
gross.
enjoy it.
All right.
Um,
I guess I'll take the second one here.
Do it up.
Okay. Ripley's wet pants or not?
Oh wait, Chris, real
Yes.
quick,
Uh-huh.
we got to make these people earn it.
Sure.
We're going on tour this fall.
We
just
are-
in a
we are
few
doing
weeks. October 13th, we'll be at Hilarities in Cleveland, Ohio.
It's
Talking
pretty
about
extraordinary.
It is extraordinary.
It is.
Ernie.
It's extraordinary.
Thank you, Ernie.
We're going to be talking about Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. That is Cleveland, Ohio. And then the 14th, the next day, Chicago, Illinois. Pittsburgh is moved TBD. We'll see what happens with that. But Chicago, Illinois, the Taken show has been taken to your town.
I'm super excited about that. I love Chicago.
We're going to be talking about Taken in Chicago at Zany's. Tickets are almost out.
You better not be an Albanian. Well, you can come anyway.
October 16th, the Majestic Theater, beautiful Detroit, Michigan. Talking about RoboCop 3.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Super excited about that one too.
Where's the square pizza, scumbag?
Well, it's the new guy, so it's more like, where is the square pizza? Jerk off.
Oh, don't
I'm new
slander.
RoboCop.
Don't
It's
slander
me,
Robert
new
John
RoboCop.
Burke like that.
Wow.
Come on, fellow Purchase alum,
Yeah,
stab him
come
in
on.
the back like that.
I gotta
I hope to see
shell
that.
out for all these fucking Purchase alums. I don't have time for that shit. I want to see Robert John Burke fucking say something nice about me first. How about that?
I think you
That'd
just
be
hate
cool.
him because he's IA and
Exactly.
SUV. I think that's
November 18th, the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina, doing a little bit of a WLM there on
Definitely.
Under Siege.
That's gonna be great.
yeah.
I can't wait to rewatch that. I'm like, I want to do it now, but that shows at like the end of November.
And
Yeah,
folks,
you're
that's
good.
got Gary Busey, Steven Seagal, and don't forget Tommy Lee Jones.
and
Dude, yeah.
Erica Eleniak.
Oh yeah,
Jumping
Coming
out
out
of
of
the
the
cake.
cake.
Are you a 14-year-old boy? You'll love it. You'll love it if you're a 14-year-old
I think
boy.
that's why it's
Or-
a WLM, because I definitely saw it as a 14-year-old boy.
Or a nearly 38-year-old man.
Oh,
The
yeah,
other
we still
thing
love it.
is, I guess I should make an on-air correction because I've been having a bit of mismemory apparently. I've been saying when we talk about that show that I can't wait to see Tommy Lee Jones playing the guitar. Apparently, it's a harmonica,
Oh yeah,
and I've been remembering wrong.
Ah.
No, but
It is a
you
stage
air guitar in
show.
That movie.
It's a very big
Yeah.
stage show, though.
It is a
on
band,
the-
yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
He's still like a rocker in aesthetic. Like,
yeah. No, he's got like a
jacket.
fucking bandana on and
Yeah.
aviator sunglasses. It's great.
And then November 19th, folks, we'll be at the Orange Peel in Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh
talking
yeah.
about Junior.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny, don't finish inside the lead. Pull out, Danny. Come on, get to the condom.
It is going to be the most wettest, most
Gives him-
disgusting
gives him the-
ever done.
Gives him the
Just be noted
fin.
that
Gives him
yeah.
the fin.
Yeah.
The
My
flipper trick.
French
The
flipper
trick.
trick.
Yeah, that's what I
that's
mean.
it.
Danny, you are executing the French flipper trick on me.
And November 21st at Zany's, another Zany's, can you believe it, folks? Nashville, Tennessee.
There it is.
Nashville, Tennessee. Talking about Footloose, 1984 in Nashville, Tennessee on November 21st. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And already, as per noted, Chud on December 9th in the Bell House in New York City. All those tickets are going fast. We really want to see you guys. You guys rule. Be super fun to see you.
Yeah.
I'll say hi. I'll even be nice to you.
I am dying to see you folks. By the way, I saw someone earlier ask, when was the last time we played the West Coast and will we come back? 2019, believe it or not.
That was the
Yeah.
last tour.
Yeah.
We're trying to
in
get back
LA.
there.
Yeah,
Trying to
we're
get back
trying.
there.
ASAP on the West Coast.
It'll happen.
All right, Chris. Sorry. I had
Yep.
to,
Hey,
you know,
pays the bills, baby.
yeah.
Hey, gang. Thanks for all the laughs. Y'all's podcasts helped me get through some tough times the past couple of years.
Hmm.
In early 2001, I was 10 years old with my.
Oh,
with
I
my-
know. I just have to get used to it.
You got.
yeah.
I was
yeah.
9.
It's tough.
Sure, Eric. I was 10 years old with my family up in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. If you have never been to Gatlinburg, it is located in West Tennessee up in the Smoky Mountains. While
Ooh.
beautiful in nature, the town was full of budget carny attractions that it might as well have been the mountain version of the boardwalk.
I like that. By the way, look at this. Someone in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Come to the show. I'm talking to the letter now. I guess.
Okay.
Hello, letter. Come to the show.
It's okay. You're manifesting, Eric. You're doing
That's
it's
right.
it's good work. One day, all the men and boys went together through a few of these attractions, one of which was Ripley's Haunted Adventure, a haunted house under the Ripley's Believe It or Not umbrella. Like Steve, I was a scaredy cat with horror as a kid. So, of course, they put me in the front of our group.
All the men and boys.
I mean, that sounds like now we're living in The Giver or something. Like this is like a fucking this is a post-apocalyptic something. All the men and boys shall now go gather at the Ripley's, believe it or not.
The women folk must stay in the trees and hunt.
The Ripley's, the women folk can go to the fun house tomorrow after they gather the supplies. The men and the boys must go to Ripley's, believe it or not.
The men and boys are capable of believing. The women are not.
Backwards thought there.
I got APB for a group of men and boys.
At the Ripley station. With it being dark, I was scared shitless to move forward, especially with the live actor jump scares or walking through.
Oh yeah,
filled with body bags.
I don't fuck with that shit, man.
Yeah, that all scared me when I was a kid too. It was absolutely like, no, not doing this again. But I kept moving forward because my older brother and stepdad kept calling me. Quit being a pussy, move on. Right.
Oh, man.
Not very good. This happened for about 10 minutes before one actor came out with a chainsaw and revved it up so loud I screamed and pissed my pants right there.
It's
Yelling.
a little much. Like for the men maybe, but the boys, you got the men and boys here. You can't do chainsaw shit.
Dude, chainsaw play. That's not appropriate.
Like
was the
literally,
chain on it? Was the chain
What's there
going?
to believe at this point? You know,
Right,
believe it or not, like, you know, oh, this guy's got like a weird head and stuff like that.
See, that's the thing. Like, not everybody's got business doing haunted houses, okay? Like, sorry you're having a slow season.
Andrew,
Ripley's Believe It or
could you
Not.
quickly highlight something in the chat for me? It's a guy named Devin.
Yeah, I got it.
Made me laugh inside. So
I mean,
thank you, Devin. Thank you,
Devin, sure, but that's not what pissing your pants is, Devin.
Did you block me on Facebook, Devin?
Hey, Devin, you told that piss in your pants story on the internet.
good to get it out there somehow, buddy.
Remember that time we got yelled at for making fun of stepdads?
Oh yeah.
Really?
We
Did
got
we?
yelled at for.
Yeah. Whatever.
So he pissed his pants in front of all the men and the boys at the town.
Yes. Not the women folk though, just the men's and the boys.
I guess that's kind of good then, right?
It's maybe yelling, "Get me out!" Once everyone noticed that stench. One person escorted me to the emergency exit elevator while everyone else continued on.
This is absolutely humiliating. I don't think this person bounces back from that. I don't know about you guys.
We got a pissy pants here in the near the emergency exit.
Yeah, you're
We
gonna
got
take them to the crybaby wing immediately, please. Be collected by their parents.
We got an APP.
I want you to call in the mop squad. We're going to need the mop squad here. At,
APP, another person's piss.
Dude.
However, like a final fuck you kid to me, even the emergency elevator was part of the attraction.
Oh, fuck,
Come
that
on.
sucks.
When it got near the bottom, one of the double doors opened to a cobweb-covered skeleton slamming against a screen. How I didn't also shit myself, I'll never know.
Yes.
I had my fingers crossed for some shitting.
Look, you steeled yourself. You just did the piss. It's okay. Thankfully, when I got out, my mom was outside and quickly took me away to get new clothes. Oh, man.
Wow. So some of the women folk had to wait outside the enchanted house that all the men and boys enter.
Oh, once they change that law, I'll be able to go to Ripley's, believe it or not. But only you men and boys are allowed there now.
You're
Right
never
now, we
coming
only-
in, Becca.
Right now, we only have admission to things like Madame Tussauds Wax Museum of Celebrities.
Yeah, this just in: the Supreme Court has decided to not take the case about women entering the haunted house.
No, that sounds right.
You must stay in the book fair, women.
Hey, Lou Dog, right into the mailbag. We all hate movies at gmail.com.
Please do.
Also, does it smell inside your van?
Probably. That leads me to ask, what moments have you had when you were peer pressured by family or friends to do something you were scared to do? Thanks and take care, Daniel from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Thank you, Daniel.
Well, this
Comes
is
to-
interesting. Peer pressured. I guess I would have to have peers or family or friends.
Uh-huh.
I didn't. Those
So
were
no
short,
dice, huh?
short supply back then.
And
Short
as
supply.
we know, Eric came from an egg.
I didn't, yeah, I didn't. I've never been to a haunted house. I grew up in one.
That's
That's
I'll
Did
never
they come
do a
out with the
haunted-
chainsaw?
yeah.
What
I'll
about
never
you,
do a
Steve?
haunted house. I'll never do a haunted house. I'll tell you that much. I
No,
remember
nope, me either.
like my family. We were big with the Great Adventure all the time, and there was that time, that like sort of in between time when like you're just tall enough to be on certain roller coasters, but you yourself are a little coward piss baby and you don't want to go on them. So I remember it's like the beginner roller coaster. It doesn't go upside down. It's called Rolling Thunder for those in the
Ooh.
tri-state area. And I went on it with everyone's like, we're all gonna go, come on, because then someone has to stay with you. It turns into that whole fucking thing, like, so you're gonna make her miss the ride then, so she's gonna sit back and hold your hand and you're gonna make her miss the ride, like, that kind of a thing. So
This is Daniel. This is the
there
dude
you
that
go.
pissed his pants.
Daniel.
Hope you got new pants.
Yeah, I hope they're dry tonight,
It's
buddy.
pretty extraordinary.
so I went on Rolling Thunder under duress, and man, oh man, did I cry the entire time. Like,
Oh no!
front to the end of it, bawling. I didn't piss anything. I didn't throw up, but I was so terrified because it was also a rattly roller coaster. It was like literally like on
Yeah.
wooden stuff, like, you know what I mean, like that
Ooh,
kind of a
that's
thing.
tough. That's tough. Yeah, that
it
was.
felt like it was gonna like just completely fall off the goddamn thing.
I have definitely caved to peer pressure on amusement park rides a ton because I do not like them, but I like never want anyone I'm with to know. And that, you had Great Adventure. We had Great Escape was our like Six Flags up where Chris and I were.
Mhm.
And Chris, do you remember the Steamin' Demon? It was a
Steamin'
dragon roller coaster that
Sounds like
did.
Demon. Daniel was the Steamin' Demon.
Yeah.
At Ripley's Believe It or Not.
The streaming demon.
Everybody's doing it, but it did like loop to loops like this, and I definitely didn't want to fuck with that. Went on it, said not a word the entire time. Like I just like totally blocked it out. I just went into a different place, like a fugue state. And then in the same park, it was called the Boomerang, which was a thing where like it fucking backed up a ramp and you went down forward and did a fucking loop to loop.
Oh yeah.
And then it went up another ramp and then
Oh, wow.
fucking did the loop to loop backwards, dude. If you can even believe it, pants shitting terror. And I went on it, and I remember the first time I went on it, approaching the cart or whatever, and it's our turn in the line. The cart comes back. Everybody's getting off. We just went on it. Fucking dude has to come out with a hose and sprayed down a seat because somebody blew chunks.
Oh,
course.
nice.
And,
Yep.
this is funny because I think I've been to that exact amusement park,
Yeah,
and that was the
yeah. It
only,
wouldn't have been that bad of a drive. For
Yeah,
you.
it was pretty
Yeah.
close to the Catskills. I went to an amusement park when I was like, I guess 10 or 11, and I went on one of those roller coasters. I maybe was one of the ones you were talking about. I got out. Maybe I was a little older. I don't know. I wasn't that old though. I was pretty young. I was probably under 13. Anyway, I got off the roller coaster and I vomited. And then I've literally never
Aw.
to this day have ever been to another amusement park.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because of
Have
the
you-
vomiting.
No, not the vomiting. I guess it's the family and friends.
Where did you where did you vomit? Did you vomit like?
Oh, I was like going to a garbage can and it just hit the pavement. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you to Busch Gardens, Eric. Now that I'm gonna be your friend. You
No,
have
I
friends
can't.
now. Huh? I can't anymore.
We have a day in Detroit, a travel day. Is there a Detroit
Oh,
theme
yeah.
park you
You know
go
what?
to?
I will
Ooh,
do
yeah.
it. I don't know if I'm going to get onto a roller coaster, but I will drink and to watch you men and boys.
I'll tell you what. People who are like in the Detroit area or are familiar with the surrounding Michigan, if there's something that's a reasonable drive,
Yeah, please
on
tell
the
us.
on the travel day, we'll go to an amusement park.
We're thinking
Yeah.
about it. This looks like crap.
Oh.
The jump around fun center in VR. and
No,
No.
against the law for us to go to there. Against
Yeah.
the law for us to go
Actually,
to there.
I think I would have to shave to go to any amusement park.
Yeah.
I will say I was dragged to a haunted like hay rides, and like a lot of those also came with haunted houses you had to go through before you got to even to the hay ride.
Oh,
I was fine on the ride, but I was very young when this was happening, and as my mom told it, she and my cousins would all go together, and she would be right behind me. And whenever somebody came out, I would just go, no. And that was it. And it turned enough that they didn't let me go to them anymore, because I would just do that anytime anything came out. I would just raise up immediately like that.
That's
so
hilarious.
it's a little too embarrassing. Let's keep you to the nice trick-or-treating.
Okay, I think I have it now. Why don't we wait? We're getting into the fall, into the winter.
Yeah.
Next summer, we'll all go to Six Flags Great Adventure, which is not very far from
Ooh,
where we are
yep.
right now.
We could do that.
We'll make a day of it. and
Live
we'll
stream
figure
some
out-
rides.
I like this.
Yeah,
idea.
Instagram live vomiting.
Oh yeah, because we'll be drunk the whole time. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
All right, next one here. This was Eric, right, Chris?
Yes.
Oh yeah. WHMpodcast.com/tour. Anyway, your friendly neighborhood cannibal cop. Hey, gang. Recently on the podcast, Eric opened up the debate of whether or not the cannibal cop was kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
Just kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of cool,
I
you
think
know?
that's
Little
really
bit of
fun.
rep.
Well, just the idea of, I like Maniac Cop, the movie.
Right.
And also adding
And he was at least kind of cool.
right. Just the
Little
idea. Cannibalism, folks. I don't want to do it, but it's an interesting anecdote. It's something interesting about yourself. So maybe it is a little
easy,
cool.
dude. You'll be. I don't want this whole show to get the Army Hammer bucket. You know what?
People would have to know who we are to get into that bucket.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. So I wanted to share my own story about the former NYPD officer. I think it's amazing that we have reach at all, that we could actually connect with people that have any type of life experience. A few years ago, my friend Ava and I moved into an apartment on 126th Street in Manhattan.
Okay.
One night, a couple of months after we moved in, Ava was watching a true crime series in the living room. The episode, The Cannibal Cop.
I think I watched this if it was on Netflix, by the way.
Is it good?
I've never watched any of it.
It was one of those 45-minute
Yeah.
made for TV nothing things. It was fine.
A voiceover described a cop who, just a couple of years prior, leaked various women's personal information to a cannibal fetish websites and using. Okay, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's explicitly not cool.
But
That's not the cool part. That's not it.
No, it's not. Using his precinct's computer, which is kind of funny.
That's an after-hours activity, dude.
Yeah, exactly. You go home and do that. Parentheses, which to me is way less cool than just eating a guy. I agree. I think just eating a guy. I don't know if you really want to do it. Wasn't there a case in Germany or Japan a few years ago when someone was they put out a wanted ad that they wanted to be eaten, and then some guy just ate them.
It was Germany, I think, and I think also another part about it was because they did it over a little length of time. If I'm not getting stories twisted here, there was also something about either the guy who was being eaten, or I guess in between bites,
He ate
the
his
guy
cock
who
and
was
balls.
doing the eating. Well, yeah, no, definitely, but one of them was reading aloud a Star Trek novel.
Oh man, hopefully it was Sarek.
Fingers crossed.
But
Anyway.
yes, I'll get back to the letter. People are dying for it. But the most upsetting part wasn't until they cut to a picture of the Cannibal Cops precinct. It was the precinct directly next to our new building. We could see our fire escape in the top right of the picture.
God.
I would never, by the way, rule of thumb, folks, across the board, never live near a police station.
No way.
Firehouse
Nope.
fine. Firehouse is
Yep.
a good idea.
Yeah,
Firehouse totally fine, but absolutely not. Do not live near a
I think
police
that's
precinct.
weird. You know, those sirens are bad too. But the cops, they might be looking for trouble. and
No, because
you're
here's the thing
trouble.
specifically, like things like your fucking weed guy. They're not going to be crazy about coming to your building.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah,
The fucking
yeah.
precinct is but feet away.
So we both screamed so loud that if the Cannibal Cop had been on duty that night, he probably would have heard us. Luckily, he was in prison.
I love that sentence so much.
A few weeks later, we were in a nearby Duane Reade. Now, for people, that's a pharmacy in New York. There's
Yes, like a CVS or
Yeah.
what have you.
when we
Walgreens.
when we passed by a group of police officers, I always try to avoid cops, but before I knew it, my friend was asking the group if any of them had worked with the Cannibal Cop.
Oh man, this takes some fucking stones. I have to say,
It really does.
wow.
A bunch of the cops started to crack up. One of them pointed to an embarrassed coworker and said, "This guy's still friends with him."
Great delivery, dude.
What? It's cool. We're in the same fantasy football league. Okay, we're not friends.
Look, I'm not gonna
necessarily.
kick him out. If we kick him out, then we gotta find someone to come back in.
Look, there's not many Buccaneers fans around here, okay? You got to hook up with who you can.
And
Yeah,
then
and his
that-
team, the Lectors, they do really well every year.
Dude, that's a fucking XFL team if I've ever heard it. What's going on with that, by the way, Steve? Do you know the status of the XFL?
It has to be canceled again. I would guess. Hold on.
Well, wasn't there some fucking shit about like Dwayne Johnson bought it from Vince McMahon?
really? You know what they should do is the XXXFL.
I'm
Right?
sure there's a porno
The,
parody.
the guys got their wieners out while the balls are being thrown, and then both kinds.
Oh, so
Pig,
the
pig
X,
skin and nut skin, Chris.
so the X is with the penis is specifically.
see.
The X's
In
are for the penis.
In October 2020, the league announced it would return the field for the 2022 season before shifting it to 2023. So I think
Ooh.
we're kicking that can down the road a little bit.
Yeah.
So
So,
I
well, you know,
voted.
Yeah.
all
Oh, right.
guys, back to the Cannibal Cop.
Of course. Sorry.
course.
This guy's actually friends with him. To which the guy says then, well, he didn't actually eat anyone.
Good distinction.
Yeah. I learned a very important lesson that day. Some cannibals may be cool, but all cops are bastards. Oh wow.
That's
That's your opinion. I don't want to be hassled at the police station.
I agree.
They're coming down the door.
Thanks for all the laughs. You've gotten me through more hours of commuting than I'd like to think about. See you guys at the Bell House
There
in
it
Brooklyn,
is.
New York on December 9th. The 10th
Yeah.
anniversary show 1 year late.
Yeah.
Live podcast episode on Chud, and tickets are flying off the shelves.
Chud.
All of this?
WHMpodcast.com/tour.
This is where John Heard's getting hassled by Murph, classic character Murph.
Oh, I love
Got
Murph.
it.
Remember Murph? He's the investigative journalist.
Margot, by the way.
You know,
Thank you.
he was
Margot.
arrested for conspiracy to commit kidnapping. That sounds like the thought police to me, to be quite honest.
So he seasoned one kneecap. So he seasons one human kneecap. Everybody gets up in arms.
You know, it's interesting. You think about like there's definitely just some certainties in the world. You know, like certainly on a sunny day the sky is blue. You know, certainly the grass that grows is green. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's also very certain that the Cannibal Cop is 100% active on 4chan.
Absolutely.
You know it. You know that motherfucker January 6th, that was to be the revolution day for the Cannibal Cop. That's for certain.
He might be on Cameo. You never know.
Oh,
he might have a very low
let's-
tier.
I hope
maybe-
you're enjoying your birthday dinner. Wish I could be there. I'm starving.
If he is, and if I win the VHS trailer game, which I won't, very tempting.
Sure.
'Cause that sounds kind of cool.
I used to be the Cannibal Cop. Now I'm the Cameo Cop. What do you want me to say? I'll say it.
Don't make me stop and fricassee you.
Oh, that's great. Little Boo Boo Bloomberg trying to get a little piece of that too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Slice
save
it
some
off.
for me.
Can I have the eyeballs?
Okay, Chris, is this one me?
Yes.
Okay. Blowjobs and Cracker Jacks.
Oh, sounds like a great
Excellent.
game at the ball game.
Hey guys, longtime listener. I was recently going through some back episodes and listening to The Ugly Truth when your recounting of Katherine Heigl filleting a hot dog at a minor league baseball game brought back a distant memory. The year was 2009, and a pre-World Series San Francisco Giants were at home playing an also then mediocre Atlanta Braves team. My buddy and I were sitting in cheap seats in the upper deck with a rowdy Wednesday evening crowd. We were a few innings in when somebody in a nearby section yelled, "Dude's getting high!" Everyone turned around to follow where the man was pointing, and the guy smoking up got a polite, if restrained, round of applause.
That's us.
Can't you get like maybe even the organ player doing a little like Bob Marley, like stir it up on the organ?
That would be delightful.
Not too long after, the same fan from before yelled,
I read ahead. This is really funny.
"Dude's getting blown." This time, he was pointing out to the very last section in the upper deck where, sure enough, a man in an otherwise empty section was receiving a beach from a woman kneeling in front of him.
Nice.
Awareness of what was going on quickly spread throughout that surrounding section and incited a ruckus. Almost immediately, we spotted a poor usher who was forced to make a long, sad walk to where things were going down to put an end to the party.
The pitcher's bringing like guys in from the outfield. Dude, there's a guy getting a blowjob up in the stands. I got it in my ear.
Did you see this? Like we're gonna do the fastball, right? We're gonna do the fastball. Yeah, okay. Yep, no, it's fine. I got it.
It's funny to yell out dudes getting blown, but at the same time you're like narking on this dude. Like
Totally.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I this is a little too far. I
A
would
little
say.
troublemaker
Finish.
here.
Let
And
it
also,
finish.
you start with dudes getting high. You got to follow with dudes getting head. Now we're kind of like
Yep, that's
staying on brand.
Some
you know?
rhyme. Yeah.
You're totally
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Make a long, sad walk out to where things were going down to put an end to the party. His head hanging the whole way there. Poor bastard.
Because he has
This
to go
poor
like, guys,
bastard.
come on, we can't have it. We
Could
just, you know what?
I would
Could-
like to
Could you
know,
stop doing that? Could you please just oh god.
Did he finish on the ground? Did he not finish? Did he finish in her mouth? Like this is stuff I need to know.
I'm
Well-
thinking no finish. The way
Yeah, I'm gonna
this
get-
is
It's a no
sounding.
finish. It's a no finish in here.
That sucks.
The couple was escorted out of the park to a standing ovation from at least hundreds and possibly thousands of fans who had caught on before things came to an end. The Giants ended up winning the game 6-3. Randy Johnson collected his 299th career win.
Wow.
Chipper Jones struck out 4 times, and dude got blown. All in all, it was a great day at the yard for everyone except Chipper Jones and the cock-blocking usher. Thanks
I mean,
again
I'd
for
say-
the laughs, and I hope the story makes up for watching The Ugly Truth. Judah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the guy he's not the usher's just doing his job. It's Mr. Loud Voice who must make everything about him.
Dude,
He's the cock blocker.
He's the narc. That guy's the cock blocker. The thing about the usher too, there was a real high stakes round of fucking short straw.
Oh yeah,
between the little usher team, and it was like Randy drew the short straw, and he had to get on up there and get her done.
Well, you're closer to that area right now, Ricky.
It's your section, dude. It's your section.
Yeah. Richie, we traded shifts, remember? Don't you remember that? When we traded shifts, we traded sections. It's your section.
I know that you just mopped up all that vomit, but come on, it's your section. Take care of your section.
What do you say?
I'm imagining the guys, in the owner's box where they have all the telephones and they're talking down to the booth and all that stuff, and just sort of yep, yeah, somebody's getting a blowjob in section 46. Yep, okay, yeah, I'll look. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, we see it. It's right down there. Oh, wow.
Oh, there's a good one, Andrew, from Uncle Jay on Twitch.
No, thank you.
Well done, Uncle Jay. Well done.
They're gonna stop the one up in the cheap seats, but if you were to watch somebody up in the clear upper boxes getting blown in one of those seats right up against the glass window, they're not getting stopped, right?
No, they're not getting stopped.
They paid money. They paid the good money.
That's how that works.
Yeah, they just move. They would move away from the window.
I would love if one
slowly.
Of those. You know what? We don't make enough money to do this, but maybe we should rent out one of those luxury boxes at a football game, and we all dress up like Eyes Wide Shut the entire. We just show up in cloaks and stuff.
I like this.
Yep.
And we're just no, we're just, and the guys are like, what? And we're no, we're here for the luxury box.
And
here's everything that the luxury box gets you.
Here's how you get.
Box.
Here's how you fucking get all the fucking weird sports people on board, sports world people, right? You just say, oh, it's an old fraternity gag we're doing. We got to dress like this for an old fraternity
You're
gag.
right. That would totally let you in. Also, maybe, the giant robe, you just get the Jets logo on it.
Oh, definitely.
Lift up the mask every once in a while to get yourself some C+ grade crab rangoon in there.
Dude, yeah, I got to tell you what. I bought my parents tickets, really good tickets to a Yankee game. It was Yankees Red Sox, and the three of us went. And part of it was you had access to one of the suites, and it was kind of definitely gonna rain. So I was like, all right, before we schlep all the way up there, I'll go up, see what the situation is. So I walk into this club. It was fucking asses to elbows in this place, humid. More humid than it was outside.
Ugh.
Inside this thing smelled like farts. Nice. It was really bad. And I went down and I was like, guys, if it starts pouring more than we want to get rained on, we're just going to go stand up under the overhang. We're not going to that club. It's not worth it. It smells like fucking onion rings and farts. Yep. Dead farts.
We'll drink in the hallway. It'll be fine.
So I guess we got one more here, Chris. What do you think here?
All right, anybody?
Or do you want to open up to? I guess we'll do both. We could do that.
Well,
and then we'll open up for a couple questions.
Yeah, we'll do some cues. So start getting those in now, and then Steve, do you want to read the last one?
Sure. But Eric, are we going on tour or are we not going on tour?
Oh my, this is a great question. Hopefully someone in the chat knows the answer to this, because if you do know the answer, you've been paying attention.
It's pretty extraordinary.
WHMpodcast.com/tour. All that info is there. Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit, Asheville, Charlotte, Nashville. Tons of great stuff.
Our fans are thick.
They know.
In the head and elsewhere, which is good.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to repeat it all.
Here's another thing I want to address, because some people have been asking it, and we can answer it on the air. Someone asking, any word on the overnight marathon of the Burns returning this year? That's something we do at the Jacob Burns Film Center, where we traditionally every year we have come to do a commentary over something. That is not happening this year, unfortunately. COVID is still fucking making movie theaters shit the bed. So unfortunately, no. But hopefully, fingers crossed, next year.
And if you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated, because it's At this point, it's ridiculous, folks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fall 2021 tour. I'm just going to go through it again, Steve, because the people demand it. They want it.
You're right. You're totally right.
October 13th, we'll be at Hilarities in Cleveland, Ohio, doing a Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. Pittsburgh has been, sorry, Chris Ball on YouTube, but Pittsburgh is being moved to TBD. We'll see what happens with that. Instead, that same night, October 14th, we'll be in Chicago, Illinois at Zanies, talking about Taken, the Liam Neeson original. And then we'll be at October 16th, we'll be at the Majestic Theater in Detroit, Michigan, talking RoboCop 3. November 18th, Comedy Zone, Charlotte, North Carolina, Under Siege. November 19th.
Look at this. Stop for a second. Look at that. Look at the shrine.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Definitely get the middle one to run, dude.
John, do it. Do it. And
Honestly,
here's the thing. I think here's the thing. The running thing was stupid. Get two of them to do like a shoulders thing and just get a raincoat.
That's the move.
That's a good one.
Definitely the move.
It's a classic. So, and then November 19th, Orange Peel in Asheville, North Carolina, talking about Junior, the movie where Arnold gets cummed in. And then 11/21, that's November 21st, will be at the other Zanies location in Nashville, Tennessee. I love Nashville. I've been. Amazing fucking town. We'll be talking Footloose 1984. And then finally, like we've said numerous times, December 9th, Bell House, Brooklyn, New York.
I'm going to say it. We've been kind of not saying why we're not doing the Pittsburgh show.
Yeah,
I heard that this guy, Bane, has taken over that entire city.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
shit.
he's got a van with a nuclear weapon in it. And
Ooh.
something is going on wherein like somebody has the codes that's in another van. It's a really big fucking
Wait,
after
don't
that whole
Ptolemy the whole thing. Wait, Talia.
Talia.
Don't Ptolemy the entire thing.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And like they're like making people go out into the frozen lake and then dying. It's fucked up there, guys. I just can't.
Yes. We reasons beyond our control.
Yes.
We will not be playing Pittsburgh this year, and we'll see maybe later. Hopefully.
I'd love it.
Can I just point out Sanchez Miguel says Ash to Nash,
Good job.
which is
That's
fucking great. I really
All right, here we
like
go.
that.
M. Night's Lost Cut of the Village. Hello, WHM. Been a fan of the
Hi.
show since the release of the Spawn episode, and
Wow.
never written into the mailbag before. That's a long time, ladies.
Wanda.
With your,
Oh, sorry.
I wonder if that Jamie Foxx Spawn movie is ever going to come out. Probably not, right, Chris?
Probably not. No,
Yeah.
that's not
Nah.
happening.
That's a fake movie.
It's fake.
With your episode on The Village recently out, it took me down a trip down memory lane. In 2004, I was living in a super small town in Arkansas. It had a later run dollar cinema with 2 screens. This is where I watched The Village 7 or so months after its release.
Wow, imagine those things just don't really exist anymore.
No,
Like 7
Mhm.
months after something came out, like it's on fucking VOD.
Yeah. There used to be a place in Poughkeepsie I've been to a few times.
Me
I don't
too.
think it's around anymore. Silver Dollar Cinemas, which was a awesome second run theater. I know people in the rest of the country have second run theaters. We really don't on the
No,
East
we don't.
Coast, at least in
In
New
this
York.
area. No,
But
no.
I believe that it finally closed the Silver Dollar Cinemas in Poughkeepsie, which is sad because I saw Crank. I saw a double feature of Crank and Snakes on a Plane, and that was a wonderful day. That was a
wow.
wonderful day.
Well worth your money.
But what about? I was confused the whole time watching the movie because there was a fuzzy tail in every shot that was outdoors at the top of the screen. Like, is that the monster? What is happening? It took me way too long to realize that these were boom mics.
Yeah,
There
that's
was
way
even a
too long.
scene when the leaders of the village are standing around talking out of character, waiting for the crew to finish a lighting change. What? Somehow, some way, this tiny theater I go to got an unedited reel of the film.
What the
Have you-
fuck?
Question: have you
Or
guys
is this
ever
like- is
run
it just-
across?
Is it framed odd by the projectionist? Now, Andrew, I don't know. Are there ever visible boom mics in any films you see?
Absolutely. And
Yes.
really quick, I'm making sure to get this right. I have to check the aspect ratio of the village, which I started doing the second this email started. Yeah, so here's the deal. The village is 185. So 185 is more square and higher than 235 wide. Anyway, so the way the village was shot with a 35 millimeter print, if you had the frame, if you had the film like out of frame, like not lined up properly with the gate, if it was too in whatever direction, too high, too low, whatever, you could see boom mics in it all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know that this is unedited.
But 1.85, that's a twisted fucking aspect ratio. Like 235 or 178 seems more.
Well, 178 is like home video, like widescreen TVs, but like for like cinema, it's like 235 1, 185 1, 1661. That's what Paul Schrader's The Card Counter is in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like 133 as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's I heard about this. There's a cut of, not a cut, but if you play The Last Waltz on a certain kind of screen, I forget I'm not good with aspect ratios, but I know at least one of them, if you play it on the certain kind of screen, you could watch, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you could see Martin Scorsese doing coke off of Neil Diamond's shoulder. You can see
that's
that.
Right.
It's a really famous thing. It's very famous.
When that booger sugar is in his nostril, that you should see.
That's cinema. That is cinema.
I sang part of On the Beach with Neil. I got
Neil Young's fucking booger sugar in that movie is quite outrageous.
Any day now, anyway now, I shall be released. Yeah, I'm very high. I'm very incredibly high right now.
You see that cocaine up there with my wife in the window?
You see that hat up there with Bob Dylan? Question: Have you?
It's a great hat. It's a great hat he's wearing at that concert.
Have you ever come across an unedited version of the movie? Thanks from Houston, Dustin. Love to get to Houston once Texas gets its shit together. I don't know if this is a real thing. I think Andrew's probably right. I just can't imagine that there would be like an unedited reel that would just pop its way into just one or some.
Not to like a multiplex or like dollar theater thing like that. I think
he fell asleep. I think he fell asleep and imagined this. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, but there are things like, there are bootlegs of these. I know I saw a copy on VHS go through one time. You can get like work prints of things. Like there's a very famous work print of Apocalypse Now, and it's like 5 hours long or something. But like they're totally unwatchable. Like you have to really, really, really fucking love that movie to sit there and watch like someone basically filming a TV or like filming a screening room, and it's already like banged up and dirty and sounds like shit, and it's like there's no real significance to that, like that's not the movie. But that also happened. What was the one, Chris? Wasn't it like the first or second Rob Zombie Halloween movie? Someone leaked a screener, and it was a work print screener.
It was the first one. The first one got leaked. Also, Wolverine Origins.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said it first. Points go here.
Sure.
There's no point.
Yeah.
By the way, R.I.P. Melvin Van Peebles. That sucks.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
He ruled.
Yes. Yeah.
Fucking
Huge
bullshit.
If you haven't seen Sweetback's badass song, check it out.
Yeah. Story of a 3-Day Pass. Watermelon Man, great movies. I will say I had this almost the exactly same thing happen to me. I went to see The Man Who Wasn't There.
Oh, the Coen Brothers movie?
The Coen Brothers movie. And
the aspect ratio was off, so he was actually there?
Yes. And every scene.
We saw The Man Without a Face. I didn't even know he had a problem.
Every scene. And there was like I just noticed like halfway through somebody had fidgeted with the fucking screen at some point, and I just noticed right at the top you could see the boom mics, and like for a moment I thought it was like a Truman Show turn. Like, is this a created reality or something? I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But I had seen it before, so I was like, all right, this is just a mistake. Somebody had like fucked up the screening cap.
All right, so let's see. I'll scroll back through, try to find.
Do only good ones, please. Just only good ones.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna see what I can do about that. Oh, because I brought it up. I don't know who has and who hasn't, but here we can start this while I look for others.
I have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
Is that out yet, or is that just
It's-
festival?
Oh, it's
No,
out.
it's out.
It's out.
It's out.
I almost saw it yesterday, but then shit got fucked up. So
Oh, that's a bummer. I will say I liked it. I wasn't crazy about Tiffany Haddish doing like a more dramatic role. I mean, it's not uber dramatic, but like,
I really liked it. I think I just like the whole dynamic. I thought gave Oscar Isaac a real cool role that like I've been seeing
Yeah.
him mostly in big like action stuff or like
Yeah.
big like Coen Brothers stuff. Like it was nice to see him work with Schrader. There's something good to see his angry side.
yeah. Is he going to be? Because Schrader's already making another one. Is he going to be in that movie?
No, it's Edgerton and Sigourney Weaver.
Which
Ooh.
Edgerton? Joel.
Joel.
the good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Someone asking a question about tour stuff. Any of these
That-
shows going to hit the main feed or Patreon?
Well, that
We
is
do our best. That's all we
can.
can do.
It's not dependent on us, you know. Like
Yeah.
there's so many moving factors when you do a live show. There's staff at venues. There's recording devices that might not work out. There's 1,000 different things that can happen. So maybe not. I don't know.
So now just
Yeah.
imagine you like whatever your job is, and you have to go to a different location and do that job, but no one's ever heard of you. Most of the people don't care about you,
They resent you too.
resent you, and nobody knows even what you're talking about. You're like, can I just log into the portal? Like, what are you talking about? So we talked about this over the phone. Like, I don't remember that. You talked to the other guy. That's kind of what it is when you come to these venues. Just
Mhm.
lovely people.
We once played a venue. I'm not going to name any names or whatever.
No, we're not going to do that.
But they were like, "What? Oh, well, we could send someone to Radio Shack.
oh,
Oh,
we'll never play that place again.
yeah, it's probably bulldozed by now. But then the guy went to go to Radio Shack, and then they
Oh,
were
that's
like,
right.
"He's stuck in traffic. He didn't
Oh
even
my
get
God.
to Radio Shack."
He forgot about the construction that was happening on the highway. What the fuck are you talking about?
So
He's
yeah,
heading back to get here on time.
So you as that story alone, and there's many more. That's
Yes.
just one example.
We do our,
We
we do
never
our
know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Here's an interesting one from our friend Uncle Jay. Favorite movie game tie-in /
Ooh.
why is there a Hudson Hawk game?
Great question.
Movie game
No
tie-in.
idea.
Are there
It's
any?
I mean the
good
best
ones?
the best one is GoldenEye, of course, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
I
that's
guess, yeah.
that's the go. That's like one of the best games of all time. Other
Yeah.
ones I remember, Batman Returns Super Nintendo is really good.
That one was pretty
Um,
fun. It was
It's
it was
side
like
scroller. You walk around like he's like.
yep, like side scroll. It was just the right amount of difficult where it wasn't
Yes.
frustrating.
The Basic Instinct board game was really good.
I remember liking the OG TIE Fighter because you got to have Grand Admiral Thrawn give you medals or whatever.
Oh,
And
is
those-
that right?
Those Super
Yeah.
Star Wars games for Super Nintendo were really awesome. Super Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Super Return of the Jedi. All
Ooh,
excellent.
yeah. Super Return of the Jedi is fun as fuck. I'll be selfish. This one's just for me. Best and worst films that I saw at the Toronto International Film Festival. The best film was Céline Sciamma's Petite Maman. I loved it. And the absolute worst was the dude who directed that movie Host last year did a movie called Dashcam, and boy, howdy, did I not care for it. So
Did
yeah.
you happen? I don't know if this was even playing there. What was this movie going on? Cop Shop or whatever it's called?
Oh,
Cop Shop?
Yeah, no, I did not get a chance to see Cop Shop. It was at Toronto though.
It sounds like something.
With
Yeah.
Gerard Butler. Hello.
Ooh.
This is my new
Oh, yeah.
accent.
I can't
I
wait.
love him.
Must be
Love it.
violent.
I was
Looks pretty silly.
I was watching a movie this afternoon called Shut In with Naomi
Oh.
Watts on Sci-Fi. Like
Naomi
Uh,
Watts.
yes, which is not not a good movie. It's fascinatingly bad. Probably not a stay tuned because it's just really slow. But I was watching on Sci-Fi and they were showing commercials. They were showing Law Abiding Citizen the next day, and I'm like, that's
Oh,
not science
shit.
fiction.
Mhm.
But Shut In, gang. If you see one movie this year, it is Shut In with Naomi Watts.
Wait, was that just like so? A shut-in captures her.
No, well, she is shut in. She has.
She's the titular
She's
shut
a
in.
shut-in.
Yeah.
Is everyone okay if I spoil shut in just because it's really
Yeah.
on my mind? I've wanted to
Yeah,
talk about it
fuck
all
it.
day. Okay, anyone get out of the stream if you don't want to know. Her stepson, hello, starts acting up as so she and his father try to send him off to boarding school.
You're acting up.
You're going
starts-
to military skill.
He freaks out in the car, causes a car accident. The dad's dead, and then he is like kind of, paralyzed entirely all over his body, and he can't move or talk or anything like that. Long story short, a bunch of spooky stuff happens. This kid has been faking it because he's in love with his stepmom, Naomi Watts. And it's a wild fucking ride. It's bad, and somehow what's his face is in it. The little shithead from the little guy there who gets really got in Dr. Sleep.
Tremblay, Jacob
Tremblay.
Tremblay.
Jacob Tremblay, yes.
Yeah. That's a good death in
shut
Dr.
in.
Sleep.
Yeah,
Dr.
okay,
Sleep is a great fucking movie. John Cora asks, "What's the worst product placement we've ever seen in a movie?"
I don't know.
It's got to be World War Z, right?
Yeah, World War Z.
Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, World War
that?
Z is the big one.
The
was
fucking
that?
Pepsi machine, dude.
Yeah.
Like the heroically photographed Pepsi machine, like at the end of the movie.
Just like in Double Team.
yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that's this one's in slow motion. Like this one, he just finished. Like he cured it. He's the hero now, and he takes a big sip of Pepsi while he's while the fucking music hits a hilt. It's fucking terrible.
I'm surprised they never made a sequel to World War Z. But if I was going to make one, I'd title it World War ZZ.
There you go.
They've been trying to make the sequel. They had David Fincher on board to fucking direct it for a little bit.
That's right.
Never happened.
Another quick one. What was I've mentioned this on the air before. What was my first favorite cover of Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Because my second is you guys, Eric and Chris, singing it.
We did. That was our karaoke number back when we were young men.
At a bar that's been closed for several years, unsurprisingly. No, it's a band called Starfucker. This guy Andrew Ralph asks, "Will we ever get another new metal album review podcast?"
We've been talking about it.
Yes.
At some point.
I don't know. Maybe we'll release at Christmas.
Ooh, that'd be a fun little Christmas for your little stockings there.
But
Yeah, because the next couple months are a little busy.
It'll definitely be Limp Bizkit, I think.
Yeah, has to be.
This isn't a question, but it's just funny. For the Pepsi on the ham, Steve.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm just gonna throw up.
Kevin says the original Girls Just Want to Have Fun rules. Yeah, we know, dude. Obviously, we're talking covers. All right, let's see. Let's find a couple more here. All right, Liz asks, "What's your favorite classic bad movie?" Like, I know you guys won't do movies like The Room for the show, but do you have any you enjoy? So, like, super bad shit like that.
I honestly I watch the two that probably we'll never do on the show. One we already said, and the other one we probably won't do anyway. I love A Talking Cat, and I love The Room. We watch them. My wife and I are bad movie people, so we watch it about once every other year for both, kind of a thing. That's kind of the frequency. You'll have a week where you're like, I'm gonna put on The Room, and then I have a ball every time. I really do. There you go.
I love trash action. So something like Jim Cotta is like right in the wheelhouse.
Ooh,
Also,
I have to
there's
apologize to Kevin. I guess the Cyndi Lauper one is a cover. I didn't know that. Excuse me.
Yeah, Kevin said eat shit, dude. Good on you, Kevin.
Fuck, dude.
Hey, you know what, Kevin? Pardon my French.
100 points.
100 points to Kevin. Congrats on that century, Kev. That's 100 points to you. I got burned on the air.
Oh, I forgot to say, big. I apologize, Big Kev, because I like to call people Big Kev. Big Kev is just it's a great one. I think it's one of the better of the nicknames, dude. Big Kev off the top rope with the fucking girls just want to have fun knowledge.
Bivy Mac asks, they've never seen it. Is Plan 9 from Outer Space tolerable?
Not really.
No, absolutely not.
It's worth probably getting drunk to at least once.
I think it's tolerable. Like, yeah, you're not going to turn it off. You can get through it.
Yeah.
I just rewatched Ed Wood for the first time in a long time last night.
So
That movie
good, isn't it?
A fucking
Ooh.
masterpiece.
Were you,
Fucking
Steve?
amazing.
Steve, let me ask you this: were you watching that movie these days?
We had to rent it on Amazon, you know.
Uh-huh.
But $3,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Oh, that's
it
not
was a
too
good transfer.
shabby.
It looked
Looked okay?
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now I kind of wish we thought about it in advance. I got the Blu-ray like a nice little
Yeah.
physical
Yeah.
media. It's so
Year-
it's so damn good.
Years ago, I saw a 35 millimeter screening at the Nighthawk Cinema in Brooklyn of Ed
Sick.
Wood, and I actually liked this, and it's like I feel like people would not like it, but it was such a beat up film print. Scratches
Yes.
like
Yeah, that's cool.
out, and I'm
I
like,
like that.
Wow.
it fucking worked for Ed Wood so well.
Yeah, that's pretty
Nighthawk
cool.
is kind of known for that too. We saw Manhunter there, and it was that thing fell down the stairs, but
Oh,
but
yeah,
I kind of
bet.
loved the aesthetic of it. It was cool, you know.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so Eric, this one's for you. We'll do a couple more. This one's specifically
Shit.
for Eric. Strap in. I know Eric hates anime, but is he gonna watch the new Star Wars anime on Disney Plus?
Honestly, I might, but I did not like what I saw the trailer. To be honest with you, I kind of don't see the value in it. But maybe I'll watch it.
You'll check it out, maybe. Maybe you get hooked. How about that? Ooh.
I doubt that, but yeah.
John Kinsella has an interesting proposition. Finally watched American movie. A commentary would be great.
Yeah.
Wearing a COVID 2 t-shirt right now.
You know what?
Oh,
That reminds me.
fuck.
I think in the
Fashion.
Criterion Channel email, they said that is leaving at the end of the month. So I might want to squeeze in a rewatch.
Oh, I
before-
think I definitely have to
Yeah.
then. It's just too bad I don't have any acid before I watch it.
I might do that right after this, honestly.
It's so good. You know what, man? There's this one part when Mark Borchardt is drunk out of his mind. It's after the Super Bowl. And he's like, look at those fucking losers, man. All like, oh, the Packers won. They're like going to go to the fucking factory tomorrow. I'll never work at a factory. And you know what, dude? That guy never did. He's still kind of just living off that thing. He makes little movies. You know what? That movie's inspiring in that way. That dude
There you go.
made his
I
money.
love
That's
it.
that's all he cared
Kind of
about.
class.
Steve Sadek, I feel this one is directed specifically at you. His usual suspects, Kevin Spacey notwithstanding, worth watching since I live on Earth and have known the twist for 20 years.
Yes, I think it is. I still really
agree.
like that movie. I go back
agree.
to it a lot. It's the Kevin Spacey thing. It's not great.
And Bryan Singer, right?
And Brian. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
It's a
Again, how do you forget
problematic
about?
fave.
It is my problematic fave. It was my favorite movie for a really long time, and now I'm like, it's defending your life. That's the answer to that question. Albert Brooks is a-okay.
Good
But
switch.
It was just that movie I grew up with, and I do think that Gabriel Byrne's really good in it. The camera work is really nice in that movie. The score is phenomenal. It's worth watching.
When
Yeah.
else do I get to say nice things about Stephen Baldwin?
Ever.
Yeah, that's true.
That and Biodome, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, here's one. Lauren Eats Dinosaurs asks, do you think you could ever do a UK tour, or would it not be feasible? I live in Wales, so couldn't get to the usual places like the US, but would love to see you guys live.
I think definitely. You know, honestly, if it wasn't for COVID, we probably would have done Canada and the UK this year or next year. But
Yeah.
we'll see how things land. But I think we definitely will at some point.
Yes,
like
it's
to.
always been on our list for sure.
Yeah.
And we got people out there. We get a lot of love from the UK and a lot of love from Canada as well. So we want to go out there.
Yeah.
I'll say, I'm not going to put this one up on the screen, but this person, Bladed Soul or Blade D Soul, email us about that one. I'll be happy to help out, but I'm not talking
totally.
about that right here. Let's see. Can we drop any hints about this?
Maybe we should announce that these people have tuned in for a commentary.
That's
Not a commentary,
true.
but that's not what this is. A mailbag. It's been a long day, folks.
It's the 80th minute. We could say it.
And,
Chris
you
Campbell,
know,
what are we doing?
We'll say it after we say we're going on tour this fall. I'm just
Do it
gonna do a
again.
quick one. WHM. I mean, the links at the bottom of the screen. Check out those dates. That's all I'll say. Now let's say.
No, Steve, what are we doing?
Yes.
You say it. I'll say it.
I said. The Prowler.
Yeah.
One of the best practical effects horror movies with some of the best practical effects deaths you will ever watch.
It's so
The
good.
Prowler.
And this is a movie that's like, it's surprising we haven't touched it yet, because we would put it on at parties and stuff and had a great time watching
Absolutely.
it.
We
You know
watched
what
it
I'm-
dozens of times.
Totally. Here's something, by the way. I got it. I just loaded it into our little StreamYard room here. Let's debut, now that we said it, let's debut the fantastic art that our good buddy
please.
Philippe
Oh,
Sobrero has put up. Here we go. Show this fucker.
There it is. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Incredible. This
You
gets me
wanna-
so excited to watch the movie again.
That is this October on Patreon, patreon.com/WeHateMovies. It's at the $8 tier.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be bringing Steve a rose and a pitchfork.
Yeah, we're going to record it in a few days. I'm very excited to revisit it.
We're all going to have helmets on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, let's end with a third one. We're going to give him the hat trick to our good buddy Lou Dog here this evening. This will be a fun and non-movie related question to sign off on. Lou Dog asks, Coors Light, Bud Light, or Miller Light if you have to.
Miller Lite.
Miller.
Yeah, it's Miller Lite.
It's
I
Miller
don't-
time, man.
Every
it's
time.
just Coors. Bud Light has just got this, is really watery. As
Yes.
is Coors, they're
So
both really
so is
watery.
Coors.
Yes,
Coors
it's
is watery, but it's got like this pissy stank to it, which I almost like, but it's not. I mean, I think it's one of the low. I think it's the lowest calorie beer, maybe. So I was drinking it for a spell, but Miller, I think, has that genuine flavor you're looking.
it does, and I also in a bottle is what you want in an
Yes.
actual
for.
bottle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the draft, it's too airy and it's not it doesn't really hold up to a draft. An IMHO.
But no, I agree with that. That thing is like, it's like processed meat. You don't go to the butcher for it. The draft is the butcher.
Coors Light is at least really good cold. Bud Light is
Yes.
never good.
I
I
see
agree with
someone
that.
says High Life for Boston. I 100% agree with
Yeah,
that.
it
Miller
would have been High
Life
Life.
is
Or
slept
honestly,
on.
I'm still a big PBR person. Whatever.
I like PBR.
I like
as
PBR.
well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Narragansett. That's my other like cheap scuzzy.
Oh,
beer.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and how about this? I'm the super minority that I love Beck's.
Oh yeah! Wow, dude.
Super skunk.
What fucking Super Bowl commercial did you fall out of?
I think it was the first beer I ever tried. I think my father was drinking it for a spell.
Oh, really? My first beer was a Coors Light. I remember I was at my dad's boss's summer barbecue work party, and I got given a little sip of Coors Light in the
Ooh.
kitchen, and I spit it all over the
Nice.
floor. My dad was totally embarrassed.
I see someone's repping National Bohemian in on the Twitch chat.
Oh yes,
Which is
love
good, but
National.
I
Natty
can't, I
Bo.
can't get it up here.
No, I mean, that's like a Baltimore specific kind
Yeah,
of
we
beer.
can't
I
get
think.
that
Just,
up here.
New York City doesn't have it at all, does it?
No.
No,
By the
it
way,
doesn't.
this dude is Rousdower. Remember Rousdower, dude?
That's a fucking great episode. The Final Sacrifice of MST3K. Great episode.
Ooh, maybe I'll do that. Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh, there you go. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this round of the WHM Mailbag, everybody. Again, if you want your wild stories read on the air, we all hate movies at gmail.com. And the next time we do this, which is whenever we can, maybe we'll read your letter or answer your question. And of course, WHMpodcast.com/tour. Tickets are available. We are on the road this fall, and we hope to see you out there at one of these shows. So until next time, I'm Andrew Jupin.
Steven Sadek.
Eric Siska.
Chris Cabin.
Take it easy and have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, folks.